I was born in the 80s. Our life expectancy was low. A lot of us as Black American men, we weren't supposed to make it past the age of 15 to 18. So when I made it to 21, I was happy. Gang violence, street violence, drug activity, criminal activity. I didn't grow up in the best neighborhoods. I didn't even grow up in the best town. The city that I'm from, Valdosta, there was still heavy racism in the 80s. At the time it was a town, but it's a city now. It's a little major metro. You did not want to be on the north side of town late at night. How I'm talking about heavy racism, and I'm 40, so I can only imagine like, the people that's 70, 80, what kind of racism they dealt with. I'm thankful I made it to be 40 plus. God provided me the opportunity to live good, eat well, be fat, have children. So I gotta instill the same things into my children. Based off of your demographic and ethnicity, theirs is a little bit different from mine though. You know, they get like a little bit of different flavor besides the flavor that I got. So things will still be a little different, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to explain to them the do's and don'ts of where the world sees them. I don't wanna be a parent that's on the TV crying or on the internet crying, parent that lost their child to police brutality just because they didn't have enough knowledge to know where they stand in America or the kind of outlook that America has on them. I think that's something that we don't instill in our children anymore. It's not really about race, but it is. It's just the outlook of it, the outlook of people. I had to kind of explain that to my sons. They're smaller. You know, they still in single digits, so they got a lot of questions. They asked me, why does mommy look like she looks and you look like you look? I think they might have been maybe about 5 or 6. Imagine trying to explain to a 5 or 6 year old about ethnicity or race. We're your parents, but we look different. That was a tough one for me, trying to describe that to a 5 or 6 year old. All people don't look the same. And then it's even worse when your mom and your dad look one way and you look different from the both of them. My baby mama, she looked like a white woman. One of my children, he looked mixed, borderline white. You could tell he mixed. And the other one, the other two, they tones are closer to my tones. People are not gonna be confused that they're black children. That's a crazy demographic to try to walk a small child through. I've always wanted to talk to somebody about this, so I guess I'll talk to y'all. Has anybody else had that problem? Has anybody else struggled with that? Explaining to your children why you look different from them or why mommy looks different from them? Because that was a tough one for me. Police is out today. They getting this money. They giving out these tickets. They ain't playing. I decided to try something a little different. I don't know how it's going to work out, but we going to give it a go. It's always been an extremely strong topic in my lifetime, in my households, even when I was a child. I was raised in a racist town, or at least from the old living standards, it was a racist town. Race relations was deeply instilled into our way of living, morality, or lifestyle. Even so, though, my mother and my grandmother raised me love all people. I've never cared what ethnicity anyone was. But on the same note, I also know that our ethnicities determine our standard of living, morality, choices, and decisions in life. The mother of my children, she's half Caucasian, half black, but she looks like a white woman. My children, they are black. If we go off of the mixture of things, I guess they're interracial because they have multiple races in their bloodlines. But Don't we all have multiple races in our bloodlines if we run through the history? I don't know. That's another story for another day. They're predominantly black. People in my culture would tend to say that dating outside of your race is a horrible thing. I've always wondered how other people feel that are in interracial relationships or have been in interracial relationships. This is gonna be dark. My very first major serious girlfriend was black, and she cheated on me multiple times and gave me crabs. If you stay inside of, you won't have the issues that you have dating outside of your race. That's a lie. I've also dated outside of my race. I learned the majority of my relationship things from a Spanish woman. The mother of my children. We had some good times and we had some bad times. And we had children. 3 wonderful children out of the whole thing. It's great. I love my babies. I like to think that having children changed my aspect and outlook on life. But we also had some dark times. Extremely toxic. It was toxic from the beginning. We both knew it. She also cheated on me early in our relationship. She got caught red-handed. I decided to stay with her, and we still didn't make it. That's a choice that I made. I think sometimes she thinks that I hate her. I don't hate her. She's the mother of my children. You can't hate the mother of your children. She gave me a gift. But are we gonna sip Mai Tais and party on the beach? Nah, bruh. After everything was said and done and we got a divorce, she asked me for forgiveness. I don't think I gave it to her. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there, man. I forgive you, bro. It's okay. We both made some bad decisions, and they're decisions that we gotta live with. You can't change the past. You can only move in the future. But I will ask you from this point on, you try to make better decisions, because that's what I'm trying to do. And if my kids see this, me and your mom, we good. Hoping in the future we even better than we are now. We all gonna be all right, because we got you. America is built on racism. People have died. People have been killed, maimed, slaughtered, all over racism. Hundreds of years have passed. Laws have passed that have attempted to abolish racism. But we still have racism in America. It's crazy. It's just a little different now. Incognito, it's hidden. You see it in the forms of paperwork or snarky comments or even little pinpoint moves. We see it in simple routine traffic stops. Corporate America, we see it in odd and end jobs. We see it on the internet. We see it on the TV. My mother is divorced. She started dating again. She's over 60. Culturally set. That's how I've always known her for my entire life. Every man I ever known that she's been with was black. Deeply rooted trauma and strong beliefs. She just started dating a Caucasian man though. But he's totally out of the demographic of what she usually dates. Neither one of them have nothing in common. I mean, he's younger than her. She's older than him. You usually never find younger men dating older women. I've done it. The Spanish relationship that I was in, she was like 10 or 15 years older than me. My mama is in her first interracial relationship. It's wild how different they are. She's calm, cool, collective, cultured. He's calm, cool, collected, but he's loud. She's toned down, but him, he's like, he likes alternative music, rock music. He plays instruments. He likes to do things outside. My mama's a homebody. To me, they like crazy different. But they kicking it off though, I guess. I hope they make it. I pray that it works out for her and they stay together forever. Live old and die together. But it's a sight to see. I giggle and I laugh when they have that relationship disconnect and things just don't click. Man, it's wild, it's crazy. I never thought I'd see the day that my mama would be dating a white man. My grandmother, rest in peace, one of the strongest points of the foundation of my life, she introduced me to a lot of white folks. A lot of my aspect on the Caucasian race is based off of her ideas. She was deeply rooted in black culture too. Supposedly my grandma was just straight black, but she was light-skinned with like this weird tone of eyes. Sometimes they be brown, sometimes they be blue, sometimes they be black. But she was light enough where I had some thoughts. Grandma must have been the product of a house slave. My grandma was born in 1925. So her outlook on Caucasian people was way different. She worked multiple jobs. She was a lunch lady at a school. She cleaned up houses for older people. And she also cleaned up businesses. A major construction company and a major gas company in town. So when I was little, she would take me to work with her. I remember as clear as day. So that was like my first interaction with white folks. My grandma grew up and racism was still around, but she treated all of these people that she worked for with the respect. They loved her. They would give her money. My grandma ain't never had to worry about like nothing. She was deeply loved and appreciated. All of the environments that she moved in. She was a hard worker. She had more white friends than she had black friends. If you ask me, it's crazy. That's why I don't get it. I don't understand how racism is still alive when we got people like my grandmother who actually grew up in it, was a product of it. My grandma. I got pictures of my grandma with all of the slave children, but still, this woman had the utmost respect for white people. It's crazy, and she instilled that in me. Is it society? Is it a construct? They say at the rate that we're going, if people continue to intermingle, or in the future, all of our children and children's children all be such lighter shades, hair types, eye colors, etc., that you really won't be able to tell the difference of who's what. It'll probably be, instead of racism, like a colorism. I don't know. That's always up for debate, because these people are purists. White people that will not date outside their race, strictly raised and live off of that. Black people that will not out of their race. Rich people will not date outside of their race, you know, and so on and so on. So if we still have those kind of terminologies and teachings, there will always be a pure race. This is a touchy subject. It's very scary. It makes me wonder and hesitate on what I should and shouldn't do. I told that small story about my grandmother though, look on how I feel about the races. I don't care. You can be purple, green, yellow, red. It's not a big thing for me. Pretty sure I'm gonna catch some strays in the comments. That I'm with now though, chocolate. I love her to death. She from Alabama. Alabama roots. But that Alabama's so thick and I don't know what to say. So thick. Yeah. I hope that I can live to see the day when Racism is at an all-time low. That'll be a beautiful place, a beautiful world. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Rate, comment, subscribe. I love y'all. I'm out.